All right. So, hello, Moviesy Movers. Welcome to Moviesy Yoga with Kathy. Today is November 11th. Happy Veterans Day, 2023, or whatever day you're watching this video. So, today's focus is going to be on feet and lower legs. We are going to do our regular warm-ups. But we're going to be stretching our calves and our ankles and all that fun stuff. So for props, if you have a Neuro ball, you want to split it in half. If you don't, any therapy ball would work, or if you have one with little bumps on it. So we'll be doing that on our feet and a half round. Oops. I could have brought this up earlier. A half round. If you don't have a half round, a thick book or block would also work. So we're going to be stretching our calves. So that being said, we're going to start in the usual manner with legs up on a chair. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. We're putting our lower back in traction and just getting our body ready for movement. So make sure when you're doing this, that your lower legs are parallel to the floor and the ceiling. Your hips are a few inches away from the bottom of the chair because you want to keep them at neutral. You want to have that natural curve in your back. Your shoulders are on the floor. You've got support in your head. Your arms are wherever they're most comfortable. You want to breathe normally. Bring your awareness, bring yourself into your yoga space. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. As soon as I get my timer. So 7 minutes. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. If you choose, you can roll your tongue to the roof of your mouth. That tightens up your jawline. We're going to move our head from right to left very slowly, about 6 times. Do some cervical warm-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good. Excuse me. Now, the next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. And we're all familiar with this. Your head is stationary. You're just moving your eyes. What we're doing is we're trying to activate the vagus nerve that comes down both sides of the skull, actually both sides of the body. But we're going to activate it with our eyes. So looking straight ahead, just move your eyes to the right. Wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn or gulp. Excuse me, I do this so often I think about it and I yawn. Just move your eyes to the right. And then look straight ahead again. And again, keeping your head stationary, move your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. It may not come right away. It just depends. What we're doing is we're resetting our entire nervous system by doing this. So I'd like you to do this 2 times on each side at your own pace, and I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can keep your support under your head that you had, or you can put something else under there, set of therapy balls, a sponge ball. Doesn't really matter. What we're going to do is we're going to reverse text neck. Now, a lot of times you're looking down at your device, your phone, your iPad, your computer, a book. you're knitting, whatever. And our head is forward, and we want to reverse that because that's not a natural position for it to be. So the occipital ridge, the bony part between your ears, runs along your scalp line. We want to push that away from the body. You can do this sitting up, you can do it lying down. So we're going to push that or press that away from the body, hold it, and then release. We're going to do this 3 or 4 times. So press, hold, and release. Now the chin comes along for the ride, but it's the back of the neck, the occipital ridge, that makes the movement. Press, hold, release. Excuse me. Now we're still working with the vagus nerve, so you may get that vagus nerve reaction. I always get a yawn out of it. Press, hold, and release. And one more time. Press, hold. There it comes again. Ooh, and release. This is a good exercise to do on a daily basis. You can just do it sitting up in a chair. It's not very obvious. You could probably do it in public and not be stared at. Okay, today's breathing exercise is extended exhale breathing. And it's very simple. So you take a normal inhale and you count your inhale. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the exhale, you want it to be longer than your inhale, preferably twice as long. But if you can't make it twice as long, that's okay. Just make it as long as you can. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or longer. So you would do this at your own pace, but we'll do a couple together. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it helps when you exhale if you purse your lips, make an O with your lips. That helps with extending the exhale. So everybody's pace is different. Everybody's inhale is different. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do this on your own. Okay, how'd you do? All right, that's a good thing to practice on a daily basis too. So the next thing we're doing is vacuum. You can stay in the position you're in, or you can move away from your couch or chair, or move your chair away. You can be in whatever position is comfortable for you. Some people like their legs bent, feet on the floor. Some people like their legs extended. You could keep your legs on a chair if you're comfortable. I prefer legs extended, but it's a personal choice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a normal inhale. And then we're going to exhale everything out of our lungs. Press your lower back to the floor. Press your belly button down towards the floor. Create a vacuum and hold it for the count of 10. And then release. What we're trying to do is we're trying to strengthen our pelvic floor by doing this. So here we go. A normal inhale. And then exhale everything out of your lungs. Your lungs are empty. Create your vacuum. Press your belly button down. Press your lower back down. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and inhale and bring your breath back. If you can't make it to 10, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just do the best you can. Give yourself a minute to get your normal breathing back. Breath back. It's something I just have to practice on that, taking your breath back. Breath back. Okay, we're going to do this 2 more times. So take a normal inhale through the nose. And now exhale everything out of your lungs. Your lungs are empty. Exhale, hold it out. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. And take a couple breaths, normal breaths. Get your breath back. And one last time, normal inhale through the nose. And now exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Breathe normally. Get your breath back. Good job. Okay. So you might want to push your chair away at this point if you did have your legs on it. We're going to warm up our hips a little bit and do some windshield wipers. So knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor about hip width apart. And let's just go from, hip edge to hip edge, not all the way down. And we're moving slowly. Just warm up. We're just warming up a little bit. Just waking up our hips, saying hello, hips. Hello, hip muscles. Let's just gently go back and forth and slowly, maybe a third of the way down. Not really moving anything else. At this point, both hips are on the floor. Both feet are flat. You may be going a little bit to your foot edge. And feel the rotation. Okay. Now let's make our feet a little wider, maybe as wide as the mat, maybe not, depends on you. And let's bring those knees down a little further. Just when you first feel that first pull, go ahead and reverse direction. We're not going to our full extent. You could probably bring your knees down to the floor, but let's not at this point. Still kind of warming up. We're going to be doing some leg work later. So this is the only hip work we'll be doing. Now, once you've done this a few times, if you want to come down further, you can. If not, just stay where you are. Only if you want to. And if you can do it, no pain, no strain. Everybody is at different levels on this. So listen to your body. Be aware. Don't hurt yourself. Still moving slowly. Okay. All right. So that's enough of that. Let's bring our feet back to hip width. We're going to do, we did this last Saturday or Tuesday, I think. We're going to do leg lifts. So our knees stay at the same bend. We just lift the leg up and then down. And then up and then down. And up and then down. Up. This is another, it comes from the hip flexor. Just moving in a different direction. I call this a slow march. Up and then down and then up and up and down. One more. Up and down and up and down. Good job. You may have felt it right at the joint between your leg and your torso. The third in this triplet is knee drops. So we'll start on the right and you just drop your knee as far as is comfortable for you. It may only be this far. It may be not be this far. It may be all the way down. I can't go all the way down without moving my foot. So I'm not going all the way down. Just till you feel that first pull, then bring it back up. And then the other side. Just down, leave your foot where it is, and bring it back up. We're moving our hip in a different direction now. Down and up, and down and up. Let me, you can see that better. Down and up and down and up. Notice my feet are not moving except to the side. And I'm not going all the way down. Just again, warming up that hip joint there. And down and up. And one more down and up and down and up. All right. My hips are warmed up. I don't know about yours. Okay. So we're going to do standing exercises today. And I got a new piece of equipment I've been dying to try out. See, I have carpet here. And so it's hard for me to stand and balance and do things on carpet wall to wall. But I have, it's a circular glass piece. It's actually meant for office chairs to be on, to make them smooth. But I decided to use it for my yoga practice and my balancing practice. So I want to get it so you can see. So as you see, it's a solid piece and I can stand on it. So what I'd like you to do is walk around your space at first, because we're going to do some foot stuff. And I want you to notice the difference. So just walk around a little bit, maybe get your chair, something to hang on to, maybe a wall. But just notice how your feet feel. We are going to start with the half round. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. And we're going to do some heel raises and calf stretch. Now, if you don't have a half round, you can use a block, a book, or several other things. But right now, without the half round, we're just going to do some heel raises. So you'll want something to hang on to, like a chair or a wall. Standing in good posture in front of the back of the chair. You want this for support. Trying to get the angle right here. So we're standing in good posture. Feet are forward, knees above feet, hips above knees. Can't see it, but shoulders above hips. Hanging onto the chair and just go up and come down. And go up and come down. Up and down. This is much easier on a flat surface than it is on carpet. And down and up and down and up and down. This is something you can do even at the grocery store. You're standing in line, holding onto your cart. Up and down and down. Good job. Now take your half round or your block and go ahead and put your right foot on it. So just the ball of your foot is on the block. That means your heel is on the floor and you should feel a stretch right in your calf. I feel it all the way up my leg. So this is a really good calf stretch. I'm going to set a timer. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds, maybe a little longer. Oops, where's that timer? There it is. 30 seconds. So if you want, my calves get really tight, so I do this. I will lean forward a little bit, just a little. That increases the stretch. If you're fine with standing straight up, that's good too. You can bend your knee a little bit. That will also increase the stretch. My calves and my hamstrings get really tight, so I love this stretch. So that's 30 seconds. So now we're going to, and it's hard to show, but we're going to lean to the right a little bit with our knee and be very careful because knees are meant to go forward and back, not side to side, but just press with your knee, maybe a 45-degree angle towards the corner of your chair, the corner of your room, and feel a different stretch. Oops, not alarm timer. And again, 30 seconds. You might feel it on more the inside of your calf. This also strengthens the ankle. So we're just gently, you can pulse if you choose, but be very gentle with this. It's a subtle move. And that's 30 seconds. Now, the third part is to move your knee towards the inside. Now, it's an even more subtle move to do this. So your knee is going to the inside, and you may feel a stretch on the outside of your calf, or you may not, but be very gentle. And let's move it in that direction. Thirty seconds. This is a very subtle stretch for the ankle and for the calf. And there we go. All right. You might want to maybe move your ankle around a little bit, get it warmed up, shake it out. We're going to do the other foot. So I've got my foot behind only to show you what I'm doing, but your foot should be right next to it. So again, the ball of your foot's on the half round or the book or the block. Your heel is on the floor, and we're just doing a straight stretch. Straightforward stretch. Be aware of where you're feeling this. I'm feeling it in the back of my calf and my hamstrings all the way up. Everybody's different. There's no right answer or wrong. It's whatever works for you. Again, your other foot should be probably parallel. Okay. Now we're going to move that knee just gently towards the outside, 45-degree angle. Again with the stretch. Be gentle. Could feel it in a different part of your leg, but be very gentle with this. If you feel pain, stop. If you have knee issues, be extremely careful. You can pulse if you choose, or you can just hold the stretch. There you go. Now, the other way. The knee goes in just a little bit till you feel that stretch. We're strengthening our ankles at this point. So you can pulse if you choose, or you can just hold the stretch. And there we go. All right. Rotate that ankle, shake it out. And now we're going to work with our Neuro ball. Now, if you have a standard Neuro ball, you want to use the half. And we're going to do the 6-point foot release. If you have a regular ball, just be careful. Don't put all your weight on it because it's going to be round and you'll fall. So I have something to hang on to. The first point is right below the big toe mound. So we'll want to press our foot on that part. Now, if you choose, you can stretch and move your toes. That would be an add-on if you choose, but we're going to be here for 30 seconds. Just pressing it. You can also do this seated and just press it on your foot.
Kathy, I thought the first step was in the center at the metatarsal.
Oh, you know what, Via, you're right. I'm sorry. It is.
That one, that big toe mound is the last one.
It's the last one. You're right. Absolutely. I'm so sorry. Yes. This is the first. I had it backwards. So yeah, it's under your toes, not your big toe mound, under the other toes. Sorry about that, Via. Yep. Okay. So let's start over. That is number 1. So it's under the toe base, the metatarsals. And we will have 30 seconds for this. So we're going to be doing our big toe mound twice. So again, you can roll your toes in and out, spread them, clench them, spread them, or not. It's up to you. I'm loving my surface, by the way. This is great. I have much more room. Okay. Now the next point is right in the middle of the foot, right in the middle of the arch. So if you're like me and you have high arches, they're probably sensitive. Mine are. So be careful. So 30 seconds here.
I want to say that I'm doing mine standing with my walker. And if you ever have ankle issues and you still want to do these, I recommend using a walker.
Oh, yeah.
Because it supports everything. Right?
Yeah. Or I'm hanging onto a chair. So something to hang on to is good.
Yeah.
A walker is perfect. Okay. The third position is either on or right below the heel. Some people put it right on their heels. Some people put it right on the edge. It's up to you. It's like you're wearing a high heel. That's been a while for me. "30 seconds. I do this sometimes after I walk. It makes my feet feel better. Not that they hurt, but it does help. Harder to do the toe thing. Okay, we're gonna call that 30. My timer didn't take, but okay. Now we're gonna go to the outside of the foot. Find a spot that works for you. 30 seconds. Could be in the middle, could be towards the back. Everybody's different. Okay, 30 seconds there. And the next spot is on the inside, right at the arch. And for me, that's very tender. So I have to watch it. Just put as much weight on it as you can handle. Okay, now the big toe mound, which we're going to do a second time. So right underneath the big toe mound. And there we go. Now, before we move to the other side, just does your right foot feel different than your left foot? Mine does. My right foot feels like it's ready to go. My left foot's kind of not really, but it does make a difference. So now we're going to do the other side. So make sure you still have your support. And we're going to start in the proper number 1 position, which is under the metatarsals, under the toes. And 30 seconds. There we go. All right. Now down to the middle of your foot, the exact middle, right in that arch there. There it is. 30 seconds. Now on my left foot, my arch is very tender, so I have to be careful. Okay. Now at the heel, either right on the heel or right in front of the heel. It's up to you. It's harder to do the toe thing. And I also have to work on my lighting here, I notice. Okay. All right. Now the outside of the foot. In the middle, on the outside. Find a spot that works. Okay. Now the inside. On the edge, on the inside. Very tender spot for me. All righty. And then the last spot is right under the big toe mound. Okay. There you go. Now, I want you to walk around your space and see how your feet feel. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just, is there a difference? Can you tell? I can. My feet are raring to go. We're going to do one more thing before we go back to the mat. And again, you'll need your chair, your support. So we're going to stand on one foot. And we're going to do this a couple of different ways. First of all, you don't need to see my face for this. We're going to stand in good posture. So feet are forward. Most people stand like this, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when we are standing in good posture, our feet are forward. The outsides of our feet are even. Ankles above feet, knees above ankles, hips above knees, shoulders above hips, looking straight forward. When you are standing on one foot or balancing, you want to find something in front of you to focus on, at eye level, preferably. Have support just in case. We're going to start with our right foot to you. If you have your support on your right side, it's your left foot. If you have your support on your left side, it's your right foot, because you want that there. So we're going to see how long we can do this. I am going to set a timer for 30 seconds, see if we can do it for a full 30 seconds. So here we go. Just lift your leg up. Now you can do a couple of things. You can put your leg in front, you can put it in back, you can do several things, but just see if you can not touch the floor. And just try to, it's hard for me to do it and talk at the same time, so I'm wobbling, but try to focus on something across the room. And that's 30 seconds. So I used to practice this in my kitchen. Now I'm going to practice it here. So we're going to do the other leg. And again, the secret is to find something to focus on. And just focus on that. And you'll find that you can do this. So 30 seconds. I also find I have one leg stronger than the other, which is weird. So looking straight ahead and just lifting that one leg. Balance is very important. It keeps us from falling. I actually slipped the other day and I caught myself, which I was glad, because if I'd fallen, that would not have been good. All right, 30 seconds. That was it. Good job, guys. All right, so we're going to go back to the mat. Give me a minute to move this. So now that we're back on our mats, we're going to do some core. So with this core work, we're going to be on our backs, supine. With this core work, you can do it as fast or as slow as is comfortable for you. What we're doing is we're trying to strengthen our core, but we don't want to strain something or hurt ourselves. So you want to do this as at a comfortable pace for you, and it may not be my pace, so just remember that. So the first thing we're doing is dead bug. I call it dead bug, but it's actually a little bit more, I don't know, organized than dead bug. We're doing this for a minute. Okay, hold on, it is set. So dead bug is your legs are up at tabletop, your arms are straight up, palms facing the ceiling. Now you can do either or both. If you just want to do your legs, you can do that. And this is the movement. If you want to put your hands under your hips, that might make it easier, and you can just do that. The full movement is legs at tabletop, arms up, right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Let me scoot down. So whichever works for you. We're going to be doing this for a full minute. So again, at your own pace. I have to set my timer up differently. So at your own pace and whatever works for you. This is actually a really good core exercise. I've been doing these every day and I find they make a difference in my posture and how I hold myself. And I was taking a yoga class the other day and I found I could do a particular position I couldn't do before. It was the chair pose, which is also a core pose. So, and I've noticed that my clothes are fitting a little better. Whoa, there was a benefit I wasn't looking for. 10 seconds. So these core exercises have a lot of benefits. There we go. That's 1 minute. That didn't take very long. And okay, we have one more core exercise we're going to do. And it involves a brick if you choose. Now, the actual exercise, let me demonstrate. It's a bridge position and then a march. Now, this may be too difficult for some of you. So what I would suggest you do is get a block and put it under your lower back so you have a supported bridge. And then we can still do the march. So we're going to do this for 1 minute. And I promise this is the last one. Okay, so. Here we go. So just right leg up and left leg up. Very similar to what we did in the very beginning with the leg lifts, only since our hips are higher, we're working more of our abs here. And this is a very good, it's supported. Your back is not being strained. You know, it's not like you're doing a crunch, but you're still working this part, which personally I need a lot of. So you move at your own pace. You can move slower, you can move faster. It's up to you. I personally like a fairly slow, even pace. I think that works best for the muscles. 6 seconds. There we go. That's it. Go ahead and remove the block. And we're done. We're done. We did our feet, we did our core, we did our hips, everything below the waist. Okay, so time for Yoga Nidra. Go ahead and find a comfortable position. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation. So make sure that you are warm enough. Put something over your eyes. Maybe roll yourself up in a blanket if it's cold. Here where I am, it's pouring down rain at about 50. So not that cold, but very wet. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation, which will work on your nervous system and balance your energies. I'd like you to focus on the areas that I mentioned without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, then the other. Stretch one side and then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. And straighten that leg out. And take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. Straighten that leg out. Now both knees up to your chest. Hold them and slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your lower back. And when you're ready, roll towards the camera using your lower arm as support for your head. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. Just take a minute and be grateful for what you have. That's the key to happiness. It's being grateful for what you have, not necessarily getting what you want, believe it or not. So I'm grateful for you. I'm glad you could come join me and move today. My feet feel like I could run a mile. And I'm grateful for the rain. It makes everything green. What are you grateful for? So when you're ready, come on up. Bring yourself up to sitting. Take your time. I'm going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself. Hands to your heart. I want to thank you again for joining me today. You're my reason for moving. If it was just up to me, I probably wouldn't do it. So we'll end the class by saying to each other, namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a
I know
nice-
it went a little over. Sorry about that.